Warning, the following video might contain some stuff that might not be suitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. There was a male 16-year-old gamer named Zach who recently became a fan of Mario after playing a couple Wii and Wii U Mario games. He was interested into New Super Mario Bros. U and waited for the release date to come. When it finally did, he made it to the store called John's Game Castle, and all the kids knew and loved John. Zach was also good friends with him. When John held out the game inside the case, there wasn't anything suspicious or wrong with it. He brought it, took it home, and put it into his Wii U. Little did he know that it'd be his ticket to a living hell. After the splash screen ended, it faded to black longer for 10 seconds. And within this, the game flashed a realistic picture of Bowser. It made Zack jump a little, but he moved on. There was no intro, it just skipped to the level selection screen. Upon entering World 1-1, there was no HUD, no enemies, no coins, no blocks, not even music, instead of faint, malicious, deep breathing. It was just Mario with a normal backdrop. There wasn't any changes in the level design. When Mario was halfway done with the level, there was a dark red pipe. Zack made Mario go down the pipe, and it was Bowser's corridor. Fortunately, there was power-ups. When Mario made it to Bowser, he was slightly bigger. He also had a more threatening look on his face, and said in a deep, terrifying voice, "My revenge has finally come." He did his roar, only extremely loud. Zack was very scared by this point, but still moved on and fought Bowser. The Koopa King was also far stronger and way faster. There's no bridge, axe, or button. The fire flower didn't hurt him. Eventually, Mario died, and Zack heard deep laughter. It sounded so clear that it sounded like Bowser was behind him. The game then froze. Zack then restarted the game, and the title screen was different. The backdrop was World 8, and Bowser was on the title screen. His skin was darker and more reddish, and his eyes were pure white. The music sounded like Gygas. Instead of New Super Mario Bros. U, the title said, Bowser's Vengeance. Zack was very horrified by this point, but continued. Well, World 1-1's title was now called No Escape. Mario looked horrified and broke the fourth wall, begging to get out of this mess. The backdrop was World 8 again, and Gygas' music was playing again. Blocks and coins were rare, and there was an onslaught of enemies. It was an extremely difficult level for Zack. After a while, he finally beat the level. The flagpole was color inverted. After Mario slid down the flagpole, there was no castle. Bowser then suddenly appeared and broke Mario's neck, with a small drip of blood leaking out of the poor plumber's mouth. It wasn't hyper-realistic. It was designed like the rest of the game. With bad graphics, Bowser then threw Mario out of the screen, and horrific gory sounds were heard. After not seen, Mario was heard screaming. When it stopped, Bowser looked at Zack and said, "You couldn't win." Then a picture appeared. It was Bowser standing above the Mushroom Kingdom, except that it was full of fire. Faint screams were heard, and Bowser was heard chuckling with a maniacal smile on his face. The screen then faded to black, and it showed Game Over. Zack was horrified and was about to turn off the Wii U until the same picture of Bowser after the splash screen appeared, only color inverted, shaking horribly, and Bowser's loud roar from the battle was heard, only even louder. It was so violent that the TV screen exploded, with shards flying into Zack's body, one into his heart. It also knocked Zack against the wall. The last thing Zack saw was Bowser's shadow above him. Then he was gone. His family, neighbors, and doctors thought that he died from a heart attack. They couldn't see the glass or the glass wounds. They were invisible to them. Zack was then cremated with his ashes planned to be capped. From the crackling fire, it was almost as if everyone who was there saw a flash of Bowser's shadow and heard demonically deep laughter. So that was Bowser's Vengeance, a creepypasta based on the Super Mario Bros. Series, and my thoughts on it. It's just kind of cliched, but it has some interesting parts, since the main focus is Bowser, since he has enough of being defeated by the plumber over and over again, and this creepypasta, since villains always get more aggressive and aggressive every time they get defeated, and the other thing is the typical cliches, the game that the store actually got doesn't look suspicious until the protagonist put on the game, and then like there's like a sudden jump scare moment with freaking the typical cliche jump scare stuff with the whole hyper realistic looking character just staring at you creepily. That's kind of like happened used to death. And I think the other thing is the whole character just with like a deep voice, like I'm buzzard, I'm gonna burn you, like that. And the other thing is the protagonist died at the end. That's kind of cliche since I think there's like rare times like the protagonist somehow survived at these type of moments. So yeah. And see anything else? Yeah, and even for this is his first attempt. This is the author's first attempt at a creepypasta, and it's Mario themed, which could be interesting if it's could be interesting, especially that it's about Bowser of all people. So yeah. All right, so that was my creepypasta reading on Bowser's Vengeance. Kind of cliche, but it had some potential on being a pretty interesting Mario creepypasta focusing around Bowser. So yeah. Anywho, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and comment this video and subscribe for more content. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and I hope you have a very good day. So bye.